How often do you walk into a space and seriously have no idea how to tackle it? Today I'm going to answer that question about how to organize anything. Let's get started. Hello, welcome to the Crafty Organizer. I'm Noreen Burke, and I love bringing you ideas for organizing, decluttering, doing DIYs, upcycles, and anything crafty. But it's always around the idea of getting organized, staying decluttered on a budget. I live very frugally, and I love sharing those ideas so that you can duplicate wonderful organizing techniques without spending a lot of money. It shouldn't break the bank. A question I get asked a lot is, how do you organize for other people when you don't know what their stuff is? I break it down with 3 questions that I'm going to share with you today. And if you start applying these questions as you're looking at your overwhelming space or an area that you're struggling with, you'll be able to get through your area as well. The first thing I look at when I'm getting things is the basic, what is this? I'll think about in terms of where would I find it in a store if I'm looking. So if I'm coming across a lot of office supplies, I'm going to group them under office supplies. I'll break it down later and keep those likes with the likes. But that high level of organizing, whether I'm just going through a box, a drawer, a cabinet, or if I'm going for a whole room approach, that first level basic question is, what is this? And I will just break it down from there. Now, let's take an example of paperwork. If I'm going through a client's paperwork, I don't care about what account it is, what bank it is. All I need to know is it medical, personal, financial? What is it? And I break it down on the highest level. Once I get those things sorted out, then I could start breaking down the tiers underneath it. But that high level of what is it? In a kitchen, is it a utensil? Is it a cooking tool? Is it in a small appliance? Is it a dish? If it's a craft room, is it something for scrapbooking, painting, any type of ceramics? I'll break it down by what it is first, which takes us into the next identifying category. The next thing I ask once I've got things broken down by what it is and getting those likes funneled together is, how do they use it? In my own office space, I have zones broken down into my office, and I've gone over that before in this video, which you're welcome to check out. But in my space, I have office over here, which just has everything to do with running my business. I have overflow craft items. I have frequently used scrapbooking. And then I have my tools, which are most used. And if you would like a full tour of my office, I have a video on that as well. But how I use things determines what zone they're going to be in. And oftentimes things don't go where you would think they would go, which is why asking the questions is so pertinent. Now, when you're going through your own space, you will know right away how you use something. Again, some crazy examples are, I use a food saver for my scrapbooking. So while someone else would look at it and think that belongs in the kitchen, I know for me, it belongs with my scrapbooking stuff. A food scraper, of course that belongs in your utility drawer in the kitchen, but not for me. So as you're looking at your things, ask yourself how you use it. If you are using an unconventional item in an everyday way elsewhere, that's okay. Keep it together with how you use it so that it's in the correct zone, and then you can narrow down where it should live by asking yourself this next question. Where do you use it? This is the final question that you ask yourself. So I've talked about the bullseye often, and I'm sorry I keep referencing, but I don't want this video to be super long. So if you'd like more information on the bullseye, I have that one in a video as well. But the bullseye is basically wherever you're sitting to work, whatever that task is, the most used items are right here within reach. Those things that you use a little less often are within an arm's reach away. Those things that you seldom use are going to be either walking distance or outside of your immediate area. That means when you sit down to work, the things that you use most often are right where you can reach them, use them, and have easy access to them. So the beauty with asking these questions is once you've identified what it is so that you can get the likes together, how you use it so that you can put it in the correct zone, and then asking yourself specifically where you use it within that zone so that you have it immediately within reach if you use it all of the time. And if it's not something you use all of the time, even though it's in that zone, it could be taking up the real estate that's farther away from you. Using these questions will allow you to organize anything. I promise, try it out. The greatest benefit of asking these questions, though, is it will make purging easier, because now that you've identified what it is, how you use it, and where you use it, you're going to be left with a lot of things that you're realizing you don't really need, you don't really use, you don't have a place for it because it didn't meet that first priority of classifications of what, where, and how you use it. So let that be a guideline. If you have put away the most essential things in your zones, in your bullseye, and you're looking at these leftovers, put them in a box, put a date on it, purge it after a few months, or if you already know these are all extra things, use the Disabled Artists Foundation to donate those craft items. Use your local charity shop to donate those things that can be used by someone else. If you feel it has value, use any one of the Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Nextdoor, whatever your local marketplace is so that you can sell those items safely, get the money out of it, and allow yourself to have an extra budget for doing something else with the space. I am thankfully feeling better. It's so nice to have energy again. That was the toughest part of being sick, is I had no energy. So now I'm able to get back on track. I have got some great videos planned for you guys. I really want to address breaking down your craft spaces, your kitchens, your bathrooms to get those storage things that you struggle with zoned in and organized. I know you guys keep responding with, what about florals? What about glass beads? What about I'm going to get to as many as I can. There are some niches that I'm just not familiar with, so I'm always cautious to give a lot of advice on those. Knitting is one of them. I have ideas that I have done with clients for yarn storage, but when it comes down to the specifics of the different tools, regrettably, I'm just not comfortable, and I know there are a lot of specialists out there who do that type of craft, and I will acquiesce to them giving you the best advice. But if it's something I've done either for myself, with a client, or I've been able to research enough, I will gladly share all of the tips that I can with you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you're alerted when I post. So I don't know if you noticed, but do you see what's in the background? It came. I was so excited for it to come. I really had hoped to do a whole unboxing with you, but it came while I was sick. So here is a video of me opening it. Okay, so the box is very sturdy. Just listen to it. It's so difficult. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so nothing exciting there yet. I think there's supposed to be a letter somewhere. Christy, go, oh, there's a letter.
Wait, read the letter. Read the letter.
Gosh. Okay, do you remember your first subscriber, your 100th, your 1000th? Chances are you do, and we know that you definitely remember hitting your 100th subscriber. I don't, I was sleeping.
Yay!
Thank you.
Good job, Mom.
I was so excited to get it. I cried when I read the letter because this was a big journey for you to go along with me. You guys have been so supportive and exciting and wonderful, and I just can't thank you enough. So this is for us. We got to earn this together, so I am proudly going to display it right here in the middle. And now what's our new goal besides my RV? I want to do an organizing job. It's been too long since I've gotten to go in and touch things. So if you are in the Southern California area, closer to, the South Bay area, Long Beach, Orange County, those areas, and you are interested in having the Crafty Organizer come and organize a space for you for a video, send me a message. You can send a message to my email, send some pictures, tell me a little bit about what's going on. I will try and pick a couple of you, but I really want to get my hands on some organizing. It's been too long, and I think that's something that will really be beneficial for you to get to see the process of how I go in, organize, how it doesn't need to be expensive, and how it can be really functional for you at the end. So if you're interested in having me come, go ahead and send me a message through my email, and I will start connecting with you over the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, as always, to my patrons. They are a godsend to me. If you're interested in supporting the channel, you can check out my Patreon link. This ending was really long, so I'm going to say goodbye. Love you!